Hello everyone, welcome. Today Corona is dominating all our lives. We are in the midst of a pandemic which is not specific to any country, any region, any geography, but to every one of us. So as I do my Mahapatrans Form series, I also thought that it is proper that I'll tell you a little bit about Corona, not as an expert, but as a collation. Like when an election is over, these days it is quite fashionable to do a poll of polls. That is, there are opinion polls, there are exit polls, and there is an average of all the polls. So there are many websites, there are many public speakers, there are many experts, there are pandemic experts, there are economic experts, there are industry experts, there are leaders who are speaking about how the world as a whole and India in particular will come out of Corona and what will be the scenario that will fold out. Now, in this situation, what we need to do is understanding things, absorbing the information, and taking a conscious view, because we are dealing with a situation which falls into the category of unknown unknown. Unlike my earlier video where I told about how we should take hygiene seriously, how we should do things which are important for keeping ourselves safe. Here I am confining myself how industry as well as the economy is likely to come out of this situation and how it will impact our businesses, our professions, etc. There are many sources which I always refer to. One, of course, is the globally renowned magazines like Economist, Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, Project Syndicate. There are also industry bodies which invite experts to give webinars for the information of the public. I also address a few of the webinars. So far, I have addressed 3 of them. So, what is the current debate is that what will be the shape of recovery? Some say it will be V-shaped, that is, the upcoming of the economy will be as sharp as its downturn. Some say it will be U-shaped, that is, the economy will go down rapidly, will stay in a state which is at a level far lower than what we have seen, and it will recover after a long time. Some say it will be a bathtub where gradually it will slide, stay there for some time, and gradually it will come up. But some say it will be M or W shaped, some say it will be L shaped, that is, it will only go down, and when it will come up is not known. We will have to take India into account and what is the composition of Indian GDP before we understand what is the shape of recovery that is to come and how the government is likely to respond. As I again told, it is not my opinion, but a collation of opinions that I have seen here, there, everywhere. So first thing is that Indian GDP, 15% is coming from agriculture allied activities, 30% nearly is coming from industry or construction and such other sectors, and 55% is coming from services. If we again divide the GDP into primary, secondary and tertiary, primary meaning things that are taken from nature, agriculture, forestry, mining, fishery, so on and so forth, that contributes to roughly around 20% of the economy. Secondary sector, which is manufacturing, construction, designing, all those things which are primary activities where the natural produce is converted into usable things, that constitutes around 25%. Tertiary sector, which is all other things, constitute again around 50 to 55%. So obviously, because 15% of the economy is engaged in agriculture, it is likely that rural and the agriculture economy will be the primary focus of government and policy makers for the revival to take shape. And for this purpose, we can easily accept the fact that government driven expenditure and rural and agrarian focused initiatives are likely to be the center stage of both regulatory as well as fiscal incentive package which we are expecting for such a long time. Second thing is that when this recovery will start, most of the people believe that the first 2 quarters of this financial year, namely up to September, are likely to be kind of a washout. First quarter definitely, because now we are into phase 3 of the lockdown, and this is likely to extend till the third week of May. And after that, June, there will be gradual relaxation. So if at all, resetting of the economy will begin from the July quarter. So first 2 quarters are likely to drag things down. Now there is a McKinsey study which says that if the lockdown were to be extended up to the middle of the month of May, the economy is likely to contract by 1 to 2% rather than growing by 1 to 2%, as IMF has predicted that 1.9% will be the growth of the economy despite the coronavirus. Now in this situation, the job losses of the MSME sector, job losses of the agriculture sector, job losses of the construction sector is predicted to be around 38%, or 38% of the workforce which is engaged in this are likely to be impacted by the downturn that we may see. So this is the common opinion of the experts. So other sectors like aviation, hospitality, malls, retails will see a greater downturn and will take longer time to come back. What we should be doing? There are reports of BCG, there is a report of McKinsey, there is a report of E&Y. All these are available in public domain, you can see, but this summary I am going to present to you in short. First one is employee engagement and your stakeholder engagement. During this period, keep talking to your employee, take care of your employees, and be more communicative, more structured. This is the universal recommendation. Second one is that look at any legal covenant breaches that may be on the anvil. In the sense, don't wait thinking that everybody will take a benign view, because going forward, when the crisis is behind us, people will become not so kind-hearted anymore. So they will enforce covenants. So when this crisis is in place, when government is pushing people to give a benign kind of approach to the stakeholders, take advantage of it, negotiate all the payment terms, negotiate your banking covenants, negotiate your supplier contracts. Also be careful about what you are trying to do in terms of your input costs. Be careful what are the costs that may go up because of this, and proactively engage with your suppliers, proactively engage with your purchasers to renegotiate if necessary. This is the time to do that. Second important thing is that right now there are likely to be a set of fiscal incentives and regulatory incentives and banking incentives that will come. Again, it is my opinion as well as the opinion of the experts that this is the time when you should take full advantage of building up the cash. As they say, if there is a choice between contract with margin and contract without margin, in a crisis situation, you should go for contract without margin, because cash is the king. You must pay your salary bill, you must pay your house rent. Businesses have to run the basic minimum fixed costs. So for this purpose, you will have to renegotiate margin, get a little down on your margin structure, but keep the contracts alive, because people who have given you contracts are likely again to be under financial pressure. So keep that in mind and renegotiate contracts, renegotiate your costs, and be careful that you do not lose any contract. Next important thing during this period is keeping good contact with the government authorities. Those government authorities will be having a lot of things to dispense in terms of both policy, in terms of facilitation of things to come. So be in touch with your income tax people, with your GST people, with your local environment protection people. All these will come back to give you benefit. Next important thing is that on the IT front, because as you know, government spending in IT, government spending in rural infrastructure, government's spending on the enabling kind of ecosystem is only going to increase, and that will anchor the progress towards a recovery as well as reform. So, spending on IT, there is a survey by Gartner which says that 60% of the CIOs are seeing pressure to complete their existing projects faster, and 28% more are getting pressures from their top management and from their stakeholders to start new projects. And another 75% of the CIOs are getting pressure to upgrade their security infrastructure, because more and more people, more and more unstructured traffic will come into your IT system. Now, business as usual also will determine that there will be demand for more video conferencing, more work from home, and more number of people who will require things like Trello, Google Hangout. Project management will be distributed. Instead of people sitting around a table and discussing the status of the project, most of the time the project management will be distributed. So look for open source software, look for the things which can be aggregated. There will be a lot of demand for all of you to give services which can be quickly orchestrated, and there will be top demand for your services if they can be customized quickly. So whether inside or outside. So this is what is the summary. The recovery is likely to be more a M-shaped or a W-shaped one. We must keep things intact by thinking of business continuity, do a scenario analysis, and be ready for whatever, whether it is V-shaped, whether it is U-shaped, whether it is M-shaped, or whether it is W-shaped, or whether it is bathtub-shaped. So good luck. This was a summary of what all the experts and the channels say about COVID recovery program. Thank you very much. Till I see you next time.